Hey folks, now ASUS ROG often gets a hard time from folks when it comes to discussing value. Probably I'm one of those people. With the phrase ROG Tax kind of becoming a bit of a meme over the years, but they do actually make some more value oriented products. And today we're going to be taking a look at one of them, the ROG Sica Gaming mouse, which I picked up from Overclockers UK for just under £20, and it's a peripheral which is more than just a low price tag. Despite the incredibly low price tag, the ROG Sica comes well packaged. You know it's an ROG product as soon as you pick up the box, and the images on it are detailed enough for you to know and understand what you're getting, and arty enough to kind of make the whole thing feel a bit special. Should the picture on the front not suffice, then simply lift up the flap to allow you to get a good look at what you're buying. It's a nice touch for such a cheap item, and I do like it when value oriented products have a bit of thought put into their packaging. I've got the gunmetal grey version here, but the Sica can also be had in white, and both look really good, and either colour suits the minimalistic aesthetic that the Sica goes for. What makes it minimalist, you might ask? Well, compared to most gaming branded mice, it's definitely on the simpler side of the fence. The size is the first thing that you're going to notice, especially if you're used to using a more feature-rich gaming mouse. It's pretty tiny. However, if you're moving on from something like a bundled HP or Dell mouse, then the size is going to feel familiar, and despite being small, it's definitely not uncomfortable to use. Secondly, and probably the main difference, is that there's only 3 buttons, and where you might expect to find buttons 4 and 5 are instead home to a nice grippy pattern. So I guess it's really got to be personal judgment if you can live with only 3 buttons or not. But during testing I found it quite easy to go back and forth between my own Xtrfy M1 and the Sica despite using the side buttons on the M1 in most games. Improvise, adapt and overcome, as they say. With the differences out the way, let's get into some of the features that you would expect from an ROG product and that are actually found in the Sica. Well, first off, it wouldn't be an ROG mouse without the logo shining brightly. And the one on the Sica doesn't disappoint, and it's particularly crisp and bright in its pulsing ROG colour. Now, if you've ever had a mouse that you've loved and you've used over extended periods of time, then you will know that there eventually comes a time when the microswitches wear out and you've got to do the peripheral version of taking old yeller out the back. The Sica sidesteps this issue by allowing you to switch out the microswitches without needing to either bin the entire mouse or go around buying soldering tools and trying to MacGyver it. Remove 2 screw covers, unscrew the revealed screws and boom, access to the innards without messing up any of the plastic, without much hassle or indeed without much time. As standard, the Sica comes equipped with Omron switches and they feel great. There's a few variants of them out there, so if you're extremely particular about how you want it to feel or how much force you like to actuate the buttons, then it's a 5-minute job to replace the switches, and a compatible list can be found on the datasheet for the Sica on the ASUS website. So in a nutshell, it's fairly small but looks great, it feels good in the hand and it doesn't scream cheap. The ROG logo looks good while not being too intrusive, and it's got some high-end features like replaceable switches. Overall as a package, it's nice, but what is it actually like to use? Well, probably my favourite thing about the Sica is how focused it is. And I appreciate that. The Sica's all about the sensor inside and how good the buttons feel, all wrapped up in that extremely affordable price tag. It's kinda like a small British sports car, forgoing creature comforts and bells and whistles and instead being designed to do a job, and doing that job very well. If you're the type of gamer who demands something pure and simple, then the Sica unquestionably gets the job done here. Under the hood you're going to find a 5000 dpi PMW P3310 optical sensor, which is adjustable in increments of 50 dpi through the ROG software, and in all honesty it's pretty much the exact same spec as my own Xtrfy M1 gaming mouse, which I use day in day out, and to me that's a good thing. Objectively, the good elements kind of weigh out the one drawback. The low cost, the high internal spec means that you're getting a genuinely good gaming mouse, and it's certainly not a case of a low cost meaning poor quality either. The plastics feel sturdy, the rubber sides are soft but firm and give it a good feel, and when you reveal the internals, it's clear that it's been designed for a purpose from the ground up. There's no compromise at the heart of this mouse, and when using it, it's accurate and responsive throughout the range. I mean, I would be more than happy to use this mouse day to day, to be honest with you. The only drawback is, as I mentioned, the lack of side buttons and the smaller than average size, but you're going to know yourself if that's a priority for you. And in all honesty, if you are fortunate enough to never ever use side buttons, then I think you'd be pretty silly to pay more for features that you would never use, especially when they're such a robust and polished option that costs just 20 to 30 quid. The Sica is absolutely not going to be for everyone, but for those it ticks the boxes for, well, it's going to make them very happy indeed. Cheap, high quality, with some great internals to back it up. Not bad for a bargain basement ROG product. So if you can get over the 3-button layout, then I would give this a hearty recommendation. But I'm going to leave it there. As always, thank you for tuning in to watch this video. Remember to use those thumbs and let me know what you think of the Sica, and click that subscribe button and the little bell notification icon to be notified for more videos like this. But for now, take care, and I'll see you all in the comment section down below, and in the next video.